Hi everyone, so we're going to look at the astrology update. If you saw the last one, it took us through till about the 15th, where I discussed the 15th as well. So we're going to recap at the beginning of this week and we'll go all the way up until the 20th. I will mention the 21st as well, but then by then we'll do, because it's a new moon, I'll have another astrological update up for you. The way I do the weekly astrological update is not necessarily Monday to Sunday all the time. It's based upon just guiding you through that week, and then if there are things that could be happening like the Sunday and Monday that certain energies or themes you may feel but are not massive movements, then I'll do the next reading sort of when I feel an energy shift, or like for example now it depends where you are in the world, it'll be Tuesday, or you could be seeing it Tuesday morning, Tuesday evening. It really depends where you are. If you're in Australia, it could be very early, you're not able to sleep and suddenly you see it or you don't see it at the live premiere, so it depends, but we're bang on time. So one of the things I mentioned in the last astrological update, just before I go into that, every day there's kind of a movement this week, so I'm going to try and move through that, but I am not going to be the traditional astrologist. I'm just going to tell you how you'll feel, what will be the main theme and thing that's moving on that day, and go through it. I'm not going to be like, for example, Venus enters, Venus enters Taurus, sextile this, conjunct this, about 5 different things. I'm going to tell you the main 2, if they're in conjunct, or if they're sextile, or if they're squaring, or a trine, where there could be tension, making the energy and movement feel a bit strange, or if not, what is the main movement. Do look at your readings and do stay tuned for the elemental themes that will guide you through until Aries season, until like the 20th, 21st, and it could possibly after. It doesn't mean when the 20th, 21st starts, like everyone says, oh, suddenly we're in shift mode, we're in Aries mode, everything's bright and bubbly, we're ready to take action. And the day before, on the 19th, we're still in Pisces, so we're still in transformation. It doesn't work that way. Time is a bit linear, and that's why I don't necessarily want you to focus on Sunday to Monday, and just as we do the weekly moves, which will generally mostly always be around the Tuesday that it gets posted up, depending on where you are in the world. So I mentioned last week about Sunday, Chiron conjunct Jupiter. So that is still in the works, and the week before and last week I mentioned about Cancer, Palacepina being Cancer and it being very feminine and woman empowerment. That is still taking a role. I'm going to go to that. Let's start with that, seeing as it started last week, the week before, movement into it. So this is going to continue to make you feel liberated, that we're getting rid of the patriarchal sort of framework, the suppressed framework, especially spiritual coaches, mentors, guides, empaths, light workers. Light is a key word here. I've got something to say about the amount of tarot readers and people that are, I think it's great if we've got talent and skill, but the amount of tarot readings that some tarot readers put up is, yes, it's lovely to have that amount of guidance, but just use your discernment. Okay, and just think, does it sit with me? Have I become addicted to this person's channel because every couple of hours, every day, there is a message for me? How is it serving me? Is there any energy being brought into that, or is it solely on tarot? A lot of things. Okay. So I just wanted to put that out there. You know what's best for you. So yeah, Pallas Athena is still going strong, and it will be continuing to make the liberation stronger around that. And also power struggles and ego, we've been working on this, and most of us have done the work of what we need to do right now. It's not going to be our lifetime work. So there's going to be power struggles, because there's also Mars and Venus, which is war, control issues, conflict, program breakdown, relationships that may fall apart. You might get clarity. It's Mars and Venus. So what's not been working, or suddenly a relationship breaks down because, let's put it this way, in hindsight, you knew it wasn't the right relationship. Something that was not good for you. I'm not talking about solid relationships. I'm talking about something that wasn't good for you. Or you're in a relationship and clarity comes and there's a transformation there. Mars and Venus sort of, you know, play with each other is on the 17th. So I'll get to the 17th in a moment, but we've still got Venus in Aries, and towards the middle of the week on the 16th, it will move. Now, Monday, the moon left Scorpio and moved into Sagittarius. You could have been feeling, but it was squaring Saturn in Pisces. So you could have been feeling a bit of frustration in terms of achieving maybe your goals, or just being, I don't know, what can I say? Held back, but not kind of, do you know, the imposed, like someone's holding you back, but there's nothing there, but there is a block. So that might have been a frustration. It might still be push, you know, and it was a day to try and push away a negative mindset if you were feeling that. Sagittarius is a happy-go expansion on the action side, so it would have felt a bit lighter than Scorpio. The only thing was it squaring with Saturn and Pisces may have caused that bit of feeling, but not everyone would have felt it, because it's not for the norm person that's not a channeler or empath or light worker. They might not have felt it, but if you did, I'm explaining it. Tuesday, which is the 14th, and is it Tuesday? Like, what is happening? I honestly feel time is just getting a bit weird, timelines. Yeah, Tuesday the 14th of March, we've got Mars squares Neptune in Pisces. You could be questioning your current path. You could be, and whether what you're doing is what you need to do with your life. Of course, it could lead to moments of self-doubt, discouragement. Try to conserve your energies and push away negative thoughts if that's how you're feeling, because of the Neptune, the Mars in Neptune. And something else on this, you might have to contend with unresolved issues from the past, especially if you've taken a recent walk on the aisle of shadiness, or, you know, just trying to avoid stuff being in the background. Your past actions may come back towards you to reflect on, and it's best to be forthcoming as possible and apologize if needed, if this is to do with other people. Now, midweek, it gets a bit more of a momentum, and the third week of March is really a busy and tough week, and there is 9 major aspects and 2 sign changes this week going into the third week. So there's momentum, as you can see. The reason I called this fog lights is because with Neptune in play, and we've still got Pisces in the sun, it means that there's still a fogginess and it's a bit frustrating. It depends on whether you're embracing it and you can take downtime, but it can be a bit frustrating where you're like feeling you're in one timeline, like I just said, timeline's a bit weird, where you're this new version of yourself, yet you are sometimes feeling you're slipping into the old version, or there's a block on the new version, so you're going back into the old version. And basically what I'm trying to say there is you're probably still healing and purging a little bit. Obviously the sign themes and your reading will tell you a little bit more about energy blocks and what could be blocking transformations, etc. But basically we've got a lot of us have shed a part of us that is a part of us that needed to go, and we are welcoming this new part of us, a new identity. Some of us have got a new identity and some of us haven't, but we're going through the work, you know. It's kind of like you might have even tried to manifest being something or someone, or manifest your dreams, and suddenly you're like, it's not working for me. This is not what I wanted to be anymore. As you develop the new identity during the healing transformative time that we say about Pisces, you're going to come to these realizations and vibrations that have shifted so much the desires and change within you. As you've left a part of yourself, or you're leaving an old part of yourself, that, you know, the new part is taking over, the elevated part is taking over. You've grown from all your past experiences. It's time to come into new authentic energy. It can be somewhat confusing and even a chaotic time for many, as you know, if you've been on this sort of little path, struggle to let go of what no longer resonates with your energy can be difficult, because it's what you've known, not for a year, it could be even, you know, 7 years or a lifetime. And you're still trying to take responsibility for your actions and manifestations. So you're taking responsibility for your past actions and you're trying to create this new path or new manifestation, or you feel a change within you that's, you're not the same. And so that's why it's a bit daisy, confused, foggy. We've got Chiron and Jupiter, who's also, you know, like expanding the area we need to heal within our Chiron, which is where every Chiron is in your charts, the wounded healer. And then we've got these aspects in play. Sun still in Pisces, Neptune is coming into the mix. I don't know if some of you have felt over the past couple of days with Neptune coming into the mix. Have you felt your dreams or your sleep, or you're having vivid visions? That's down to that. And so you're kind of like wanting to move forward, but you can't see clearly in front of you. Some days you're okay, some days you're not. And that's why I said fog lights, because the most important thing right now is just focus on that small step in front of you in the fog. When you put the fog lights on in your car, you can see in front of you. That's all you need to see, and it will slowly dissipate and things will clear out. Okay, and I felt that kind of also was some form of reassurance. Now, if some of you are not feeling foggy or anything, that is totally fine. That's where you're at, and maybe you've done your purging. Maybe it's not time for you to purge any further. Maybe it's go, 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 and maybe in the next couple of days, you might actually feel towards, I don't know, the weekend or closer. I think once we get to the new moon, it's likely during that time, you're not necessarily going to feel foggy or that you want to purge. But if you do, then you do need to, because there might be a trigger that's come up during that time. Okay. It's probably this week prior to that. It's probably this whole Pisces, this past two weeks. As we head to the mid of the week, like I said, and towards the end of the week, things are becoming shaking up. We're speaking up. The fog is starting to dissipate a little bit more. And so, like, also Venus enters Taurus on the 16th, which really helps. Now, there is a moon movement. So we said about the moon in Scorpio, moon in Sagittarius on the 15th and the 14th. And then on the 15th, which is Wednesday, the moon moves into Capricorn, which could make you feel goal-driven, ambitious, release, order. It could also make you not feel as strong in those areas because of Saturn in Pisces and Neptune. Because on the 16th, just before Venus moves into Taurus, there's got to be there's a square Pluto in Capricorn. And obviously the moon is in Capricorn. It's very much like if someone's been trying to control who you are, dictate your life, whether it's a boss, a relationship, a client, feeling they're entitled to you, feeling you should be saying yes when it's a no. Or maybe it's you towards someone else, feeling they have to give you when really it's a no. Because there's not only a lack of boundaries, but because of that, yes, there is a lack of boundaries, but because of that lack of boundaries is what I want to get to. It's impacting your health, whether it's mental health, whether it's your energy, whether it's physical health, whether it's health of being ill, etc. And you will know if this resonates. It's not something that's going to come up. It's something you know, it's happening in your life. But on that time before Venus enters Taurus on the 16th, you will feel like, F this. You're not going to dictate my life, or they will feel the same towards you if you're trying to do it to someone else. So you probably speak up on that time. Because there's a square, you might feel like ready to bulldoze them. So just check how you feel before you go in there. When Venus moves from Aries to Taurus, it will be there in Taurus until April 10th. Venus likes being in Taurus because Venus is one of the rulers of Taurus. And Taurus is very grounded, it's chilled, Venus is happy there, not like in Aries. You know, it's comfortable, it's grounded, it's physical value, it's self-value, self-love. It's not only about, you know, the comfortable, happy relationships. It's also about self-love, self-care, big time. Whether it's physical, whether it's the additional stuff of like beauty, whether it's your diet, it's happy to be there. Now, out of the earth signs, Taurus, Virgo and Capricorn, I think Taurus is probably the most chilled. It has its aspects of, for example, I think there's a hoarding aspect with Taurus and a stubbornness. But like, for example, Virgo likes to know all the details. Capricorn likes to just get on with it and kind of work hard and is a more of a in some ways emotionally detached from trying to get on with what they need to do, whereas Taurus is a bit more mellow and grounded. Venus loves it being there. So if like flexibility is going to be key. If you're single, open yourself up. You might decide you want to go out. It also will be like having some TLC for yourself. Just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay. If you're in a relationship, I'd say find the middle ground. It could mean intensity within your relationships, especially if you avoid making changes, decisions because you're afraid of shaking the apple cart. Avoid hanging on to dysfunctional situations. Remember I mentioned about Mars and Venus being at play towards the end of the week, and things really coming to light, and where needed a breakdown. So just find that middle ground in your relationships. It's really important. But overall, it should be a very nice feel. That's the 16th, which is Thursday. Now, also by midweek, around the 16th, 17th, Mercury conjoins Neptune. Here's Neptune again. This is not the best time to necessarily make decisions, because Neptune muddies the waters and makes it difficult to see in the front. It's like the fog I was saying. So if you're in a forest and it's foggy, you can't see ahead of you, so making a decision is not a thing. You just need to focus where your fog light is or your torch is right now and walk through. No big decisions. I mean, if you get a job offer and you're thinking to make a decision, by all means take that job offer, use your discernment. So I'm not the type of astrologist to say hold off, because I've been there. You know, you can't, like, okay, I need a job, I've been working on trying to get a job, I need income, I need something, and you're telling me Mercury retrograde, you're telling me this, you're telling me that. By the time it comes out, I've got no job offer, then I get something else, then you're saying it's not the best day to do this. So what I'm saying, if you've got any decisions that don't need to be made during those couple of days, just avoid it. If you can't see clearly or think clearly, avoid it. If you are using your discernment, you can see clearly, that's fine. It's just only to make sure that we don't regret anything during the Mercury conjoining Neptune. Now, the moon also trines Uranus, which can mean solutions appear, but in a disruptive way, but not in a disruptive way that are negative. But they're not just solutions that are gonna, you know, land very peacefully. No, they're gonna be solutions that come about in a disruptive way. So that's something else to recognize during the, just make sure one thing. Yeah. Now also on the 15th and 16th, we've got the Sun in Pisces, so there's a conjunction between the Sun, Neptune and Mercury. The same time I'm saying about Mercury and Neptune, the same couple of days. Confusion and indecision, but also imagination and creativity are at play. And also, again, your dreams are going to be speaking to you. So can you see how this week is a bit like, what am I doing? I'm not sure if I was supposed to say what am I doing. I don't know if that's a channeled message or that's me inside, but like, seriously, are we going? Are we coming? Are we going? Are we stuck in this forest of fog until it dissipates? So, you should see my notes and the astrology I've got there. Okay, now when the, I mentioned Jupiter conjunct Chiron last week on the 9th, it was the heaviest. That will be until the 15th. Okay, so we're going to feel it until about the 15th of 16th, and then it will start to calm down a little bit. All right, so by now, the Chiron wound should be feeling less expansive, quieting down. We've got also Venus on the 17th of March. As Venus moves out of Aries, it is square Pluto. So on the 17th, is that the Friday? Hang on a sec, let's see. Yeah. Is that St. Patrick's Day as well? I think so. Okay, so the Friday for that is that there could be relationships issues because of the square Pluto Venus relationships, Pluto transformation and rebirth. So just think of that. There's relationships that could break down, like I mentioned, a transformation, a rebirth, and there could be a bit of fear for some reason. You could be feeling some fear around anything. Just know that it's that square that's causing that. Now, with Neptune at play, I feel like 16th and 17th, okay, dreams are speaking to you. It's kind of magician energy, not magician energy for dark things. If you're listening to this and you're into dark things, I'm talking about light work and manifestation, getting epiphanies, and so insights, dreams are going to speak into you. If they do, then great. Like then as we head into the weekend, we've obviously got the Venus that moved into Taurus on the 16th is then sextile Pisces. So this is chill, play, all about you if you can. You might even want to take the day off or the weekend off. If you're thinking to take a couple of days off, this weekend's lovely because of the Venus and Taurus sextile and Pisces. It's a good time to chill and relax and prepare, ready ahead of Aries season. Now with Venus sextile Saturn as well, as we head into the weekend, again, there's a reflection on relationships. Not only love, but all. Are they real? Are they quality? Are they aligned with you? Use your discernment if that comes up for you to check. There's a lot of relationship work because of obviously Venus moving in and out of the signs and at play. Saturday the 18th of March, Mercury is in Aries, and your tolerance might be a bit low in terms of communication. You may decide you want to avoid conflicts. You might see people having a conflict. You might just walk away because you're avoiding it. You might be also deciding, actually, I've seen that and I'm sick of, I don't know who, Mark and Sarah always having this drama conflict in the office. I'm going to speak my voice. Because this one, she tells me this and he tells me that, and in front of each other's face, they're just lying. So you might find your voice, you might be assertive, you might be impatient, you might feel a bit anxious, restlessness, but you're also going to be feeling some courage to move forward. There's going to be a mix. You might decide to hide away, to avoid conflict. It might be more assertive in certain areas of your life. You might want to voice your voice. Remember I mentioned about Palestina and Cancer, huge on women empowerment, liberation, suppressed energies. Then Mars in Venus is the war, control issues, conflicts, the program breaking down, anything that's not been good for us by the 17th, and the 18th is breaking away. So that's the general overcast. The 20th then takes us to Monday, which the Sun enters Aries, and this is where a lot of the astrologists are going to be celebrating the new year. It's the new astrological calendar, and it's the rebirth time where you're going to hear a lot of, you know, the fog is dissipates and is gone, and it's clear and we can see clearly, and we've incorporated the new part of ourselves where we've shed an old part of ourselves. We've broke down ego thinking. We might have shed relationships, people, identities, whatever it is. Don't overthink it if you don't think you've done it. It's just for your awareness. You might have done it, but you've not seen it in physical reality yet. Okay, so that's that. Now what we're going to do now is we're going to go on to the elemental themes. I think I've covered it. Okay. Also this week, the main signs that probably will be feeling the most is Pisces and Aries because of the movements, but also mutable signs. So Gemini and Pisces, Sag, Virgo, and obviously Taurus as well. So if you've got placements in those top placements in those, you might be feeling it, especially if you've got it more than one. And if you want to go into there's certain degrees that I've felt a bit more, but I don't think you need to look into that. I just think if you take this and one day you come back and visit this and you're like, why am I feeling this kind of way on the 17th? You can come back here and check and you're like, makes sense, you know, and put your fog lights on or get your torch out. Okay, so let's go on to the sign readings. I hope I've covered everything. I believe I've covered everything. And the 21st of March is the new moon. So great. By then we'll have another update together. I'm going to check what sign wants to go next or first. Now, if you're new to this part, it's where I have a theme that's mainly around spiritual mentorship coaching. It's less about the tarot. The tarot is just like a confirmation, but it's really about the inner growth that you might face or purge or, you know, elevate in this week. So I usually advise that you check your top placements, all the signs if you have them heavy in your chart that I've just mentioned: Pisces, Aries, mutable signs, Gemini, Sag, Virgo, and Pisces, and Taurus. I would check those elements as well because, you know, you might resonate, and altogether they should bring out some form of collective theme. So let's start off with fire signs. Guidance for Aries, Leo, Sag. Aries, Leo, Sag, check your readings out, and also check the mini messages for the elements and readings that are up every 2 days as well to help guide you from a different angle or to tell you what's happening. Messages for Aries, Leo, Sag. Aries, Leo, Sag, please. Aries, Leo, Sag, please. The Tower and the Ten of Swords. This looks very dark, but it's actually quite good. This Tower moment is bringing you to this completion of what's been hurting you. What has really been holding you down? What has been stagnant? What has been hurting you? There's a Tower moment coming in, which means it will complete this, and let's get more messages. That is really good. I'm feeling, although it's normally very worrying, I'm feeling very good. This could also be, are you waiting for a sign from a universe to take action? Three of Wands. You've been looking for your ships to come in. With these two cards, it's coming in for you. Whatever you've been working on, and this also might relate to those of you that have been looking for the sign. And if you've been looking for the sign, something's going away. It could be the heavy feeling you've been feeling, the hurt, the blockages, the Towers coming in. It's a completion with the Ten of Swords. It's going away. The new horizon is due to arrive. Creativity, a rebirth. Why am I saying, you know, I want to say a rebirth because of the three of wands, but the Three of Wands is about new vibe, community. You know, you could be teamwork, collaborating, but I also feel here that it's you looking on the horizon of like, when are my ships coming in? That's what I've been feeling. And this is telling me they're coming in. The plan of what you've been working on, it's arriving. It's coming in for you, especially when we get the Tower and the Ten of Swords. I'm really happy about those for some reason. I'm feeling like the universe steps in to clear it for you. And this could have been like old energy that's been holding yourself back. You could be feeling, you know, now that you're going to start to be able to create, express yourself, catch your vibe. Some of you, like I said, have been waiting from a sign from the universe to take action, but you're feeling a pull. You're feeling a pull, the Devil here. So I think this is to do with what I said. You need to release the old energy, what's been holding you back. Some of you could also have a Capricorn within your energy, but it's really to do with that. Is that also some of you have got like competition or, you know, why am I saying tarantula? Tension. That's causing stress, you know, the tension of like, you know, competition, that you need to make certain moves. Here's the Five of Wands, exactly. Competition, you need to make certain moves, and I feel there's someone behind it, or there's some environment that's making you feel this a competitive energy, and it justice coming into balance where we saw this. But I also feel justice is telling you here, whatever ego, fear this is causing you about, you know, you need to push to work hard to achieve the competitive energy, is around the fear of losing control, the attachment of, you know, needing to be in this so that you believe that's how you're going to win your manifestations. But with the Justice and the Hermit, I feel like it's telling you actually what's meant for you, Aries, Leo, Sag, will never pass you by. I really feel that very strongly. King of Pentacles coming in. So there is, as long as you get out of this sort of angst, who is causing this? Is it environment around you, or is it your old brain, your old mind and thoughts? Two of Cups, there's a partnership coming in, there's abundance coming in. The partnership could be love. There's the Seven of Swords here, deceit and being lied to. This could also be the fear of letting go and the ego kicking in. So where you're moving, you know, if you listen to the Astro update, I say some of us might feel like there's a new version of us, but we're slipping back, or we're trying to move forward, we can't move forward. And so this might be the slipping back, the ego, the tension. The Page of Pentacles, there is something coming in on the horizon. It's just being very slow. And look, the Knight of Cups. So there is love coming in. There is abundance coming in. And we'll see if that comes up in your readings as well. But really let go of the tension, the need to win, the need to burn yourself out. Justice is telling you what's meant for you will never miss you. Create, express yourself, catch the old vibe, let the old you go, stop holding you back. If you're looking for a sign from the universe, Death, let the old you go. You've got heavy Scorpio here. This really also translates to the current themes of transformation, the Tower stepping in to dissolve away what's been not good for this new journey ahead of Aries time, ahead of the new path, ahead of when things get clearly astrologically. If you're not feeling the fog or the movement to, reflect or move forward or not move forward, that's fine. But there's a dissolving of what has been unhealthy, either your old patterns, what has not been serving you, whether it's people, places, environments, so that you can step in and receive. And there is an element of you releasing control of fear, of that you need to work hard to achieve what you want in your life, or whoever this person is causing you the attachment, the fear, the ego, holding on, needing to fight, when in fact, just being you, trusting the universe, and the universe provides that justice for you. And you've got the Knight of Cups, you've got the Page of Pentacles, you've got the Two of Cups, you've got the King of Pentacles, big abundance energy. There is connections, partnerships coming in. Like I said, Knight of Cups could be very much a love with the Two of Cups. Page of Pentacles, it is slow coming in, this abundance, your manifestation, but it's coming in. And you know what? With it being the King of Pentacles, it's actually something that's worth this time that it's been taken to come in. So fire signs, I hope you enjoyed your theme this week. Look out for whatever's causing you angst. Look out for, is it you waiting for the universe to give you a sign, what you need to release, and any feelings that come up for you around those themes. Hi Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Let's see what your theme is coming up this week. Six of Swords, Two of Cups, Three of Cups, Page of Wands. Let's clarify the Six of Swords because I'm feeling something here, but I want to make sure. Queen of Cups. So firstly, you're encouraged to remain focused on what you are trying to achieve right now, whether it's love, whether it's abundance, whether it's people. I think it's to do with something that speaks to your heart and emotions very deeply. So it could be love, it could be about network, community. Don't allow fear of creating your ideas and moving forward to hold you back. There might be movement involved here. There's a big need, Nine of Wands, there is a big need for you to make the change of your environment, people, person, places. This could be that some of you, to do this, are thinking or have thought of or are going to move away, like even physically, from what's no longer serving you. But with the Nine of Wands, I'm really feeling the universe is encouraging you to stay resilient, to release any fear, but also release what is not serving you this time. I also feel that there's a need here for you to step into a more of a front role, and by that it could be leader, but also something that's not in the background. And I feel that you've been doing that out of possibly panic or just feeling you're not ready. The Lovers is coming up. I saw that with the Two of Cups and the Three of Cups. And it's definitely possibly, it could be a water sign or an earth sign, a Gemini as well. When you release what you need to release, Page of Cups, there is love. When you release what you need to release, the Page of Cups, the Two of Cups, the Three of Cups, the Lovers, love, emotional connections is coming in. Your resilience to achieve your work is not felt so, or your manifestation or your love is not so on the defense side, in panic, in fear. You're not feeling like a new person within a new place, holding back from yourself. This could also be once you've let go and walked away of what we're saying, that you start something new, and maybe it's something completely new for you. But behind it is abundance in many forms. It's very strange because I don't have any earth energy here, which is quite strange, and I wonder where you guys are. Four of Pentacles. You're holding your ground on where you are, and let's clarify the Four of Pentacles. Ten of Swords. There's a completion here, and I definitely think it's triggering some anxiety. Sorry, nine of Swords, not 10. Triggering anxiety to you, whether it's this next step in your life, whether it's someone who's triggering the anxiety within you. But behind this, and behind you holding on to your position in your current life, is the cards. Let's just recap. Queen of Cups. Someone who's emotionally giving, emotionally in a good space, sometimes overgiving. So if this is you currently overgiving, you need to stop. But if it's not, it's someone of a great emotional maturity as a love coming in for you, or deepening. We've got the Two of Cups, we've got the Page of Cups, we've got the Lovers, we've got, sorry, the Three of Cups, the Two of Cups, we've got the Nine of Wands, where you're being resilient, you're getting what you want, and the Page of Wands. This is either, you know, the new creative endeavor and ideas, or it could be the new journey. You know, the Fool's not come out, but you've got a creative journey where you step into some form of role. You could be feeling that you're not up to the standard of this role. You're not the leader, but you are. You could be feeling like a page when in fact you're not a page. And this is causing a bit of anxiety for you. There's a big change. Someone's coming at you. It might be that Queen of Cups. You're moving, the transition is ending, and you're, you know, change is coming in. And some of it is probably to do with your thoughts. Is this where you've had control, but you've decided to flow a bit more with the universe? Maybe that's what you do, and that gives you the clarity of mind, emotions, and detached from your ego, as opposed to operating from an ego. You've learnt how to detach. But I also feel with this, you've learnt how to heal what hurts you or listen to what hurts you. And it might still hurt, but you're not operating from a projected hateful place or resentful place. You are trying to operate from a heart balanced place, if that makes sense, which is bringing up and opening these doors. The universe is recognizing it for you. And I believe the universe and spirits are showing you that's the direction you need to move in. Page of Pentacles, your energy. The bottom, just, I didn't, you know, it's not something I was going to take, but I saw it, and it's the moon. It's the uncertainty that maybe, you know, you're frightened to take these steps, but behind it is a lot of bliss, big change, big transformation in the direction of where you need to be, and clarity of higher mind, emotions, detached from your ego, detached from any resentment. So let me know if this is what you feel during this week or over the next 5 to 10 days. And if you're joining me for the earth signs, I'll see you in that Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. If not, I'll see you in the next reading. Take care. High water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Let's see what theme might come up for you this week. Nine of Cups. So you're focused on yourself, which is great, because I think that's really needed. I feel also with this, you are attracting, I want to say abundance, but you're attracting abundance not only in sort of, when I say abundance, I feel a lot of people feel that it's money. I feel you're attracting it in many forms, to be honest with you. The focus is on you, and I'm gonna go into what I'm feeling, but I want to pull up, before I do that, I want to actually pull a card to check, and it's just really telling me your energy is more in alignment with you feeling a bit more content with yourself than you have. Like more independent, you're more content, you know, you're carrying you, you're proud to be you, you're back in your space, and probably working on yourself, working on your manifestation. I said blossoming abundance, didn't I? There we go. Number 3 is significant for you. With the number 3 significant for you, I'm also getting a message of, how do you decide? Like, is some of you thinking how to decide either way to go forward or on a decision, whether it's your manifestation, it could be around your stability, it could be around union, it could be around love, it could be around a new home, some form of something that makes you feel stable. Also, if you're seeing 1111, it's going to be significant for you. But this is really good energy, actually, because you're feeling stable within yourself. And I've also got a bit higher toned in my voice, so I feel like some of you could be feeling like you can actually speak up a bit more this coming week about the, or maybe it's, you know, it's you finding yourself, you know. Judgment is out here. So what is the Judgment card about? Is that about you? I feel that Spirit is guiding you. If you've been asking for an answer, do ask your angels for signs. I feel like there might be judgment coming back round for you, and that's where, you know, starting to feel more aligned. Page of Cups, there could definitely be, with the Four of Wands, Page of Cups and Judgment, love coming in for you. I want to just check something. Yeah, I do think there is some sort of decision that you might be asking, and you might be looking internally. Maybe there's a bit of emotional chaos with the Page of Cups as well, and that's what you're asking guidance on. There might be some nostalgia with this, with the Six of Cups, but what I really feel is that with the Four of Wands and Six of Cups as well, some of you, there's a soulmate or a spiritual connection with someone coming in, or is already within your energy. You might know who they are, and this person is definitely a soulmate connection. With that, they don't necessarily have to be love. I think there's also some emotional cleansing that is happening for you. This might be around, you know, with the Judgment card, it might be around people that have been unfair to you, and you've kind of moved on. You're recognizing who you are. You're feeling more stable within yourself. You're trying to make some judgments about some internal decision that you have. There is a spiritual connection with someone. At the same time, with the Page of Cups, I wonder if some of you are still trying to make sense, and with the decision on your sort of internal emotional chaos that you might be feeling, on the judgment you need to make. A Ten of Wands is here, which is telling me there's a completion about this, but also it's telling me you do need to leave the heaviness behind. And so I wonder if you're deciding to put this down, leave it behind, you're feeling more in yourself, and there's someone or people that are like, I'm not liking this. They're not in the energy that they were in. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. They're moving, they're feeling themselves more, they're more confident, they're more content, they're more at looking the way forward. They're more at they're more within themselves, you know, they're working on themselves. There's a different glow to them than the heaviness maybe they've felt, or whatever's been going on around them. And so you might need to do an emotional cleanse, which could be a challenging decision for you, from some people that you know are not necessarily happy to see you like this, or aligned. There is, and this could be challenging. You could also not be seeing this, and this could also be around the internal chaos that comes up, which is triggering a bit of fear and anger that might come up for you. But there is guidance, and it does tell you to persevere and continue working on yourself and your way forward. A sign, if it's true. Ooh, too many signs. Ace of Wands, a breakthrough is coming through for you. There is definitely a gift on the horizon. Fool. So I think you're stepping into this new you. And you just need to be careful about the people who are around you. There's definitely a spiritual connection with someone coming in as well, and you are being guided. Let's just look at this card a minute. I do think you need to continue working on yourself, and I also do think that you need to continue with your independence. Why did I lose what I saw on the other card? 1 second, sorry about this. Yeah, continue to plow forward. and it's encouragement, and a gift is coming in for you. I just want to pull a card from this card deck. Yin and yang, balance yourself when needed as well. Balance that internal chaos that might come up. With this week's astrology, if you've not tuned in, listen to it. This might be where you go back and forth between being in sort of aligned with yourself, feeling good, but then not so good. And it could be down to these people. Why do I keep wanting to look at this oracle card of the same one? But there's definitely new beginnings here. And I do think you need to trust and listen to your gut. Stay away from drama and people that might be drama, causing you more chaos. I'm seeing a better alignment of your energy, which is beautiful. Okay, water signs, I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you're staying with us for air signs, because you've got air placement, please do. If not, I'll see you in the next reading. Take care for now. Hi air signs, let's see what theme might come up for you. If you've listened to your other placements, whether it's fire, earth, water, or all of them, to get a collective feel, and the astrology, it will help you make sense as well, especially the astrology, depending on what comes up, but it's really useful to listen to the astrology. So we're getting cards for Gemini, Libra, Aquarius placements, please. I'd also check your latest energy check-in readings. They're going up, so if your placement's not up, it will be within the next couple of days. Six of Pentacles. So there's a give and take here needed. The Magician, very powerful. If you've had some form of lack in terms of your stability, home environment, abundance, that's coming into balance now with the Magician and the Six of Pentacles. I do also believe that there is a strong energy around you that you are very powerful at this time. Now you're moving away from something with the Six of Swords, and I wonder if this is to do with let me get a clarification before I say. I wonder if some of you are really enjoying your creative side, music, just sort of being in this kind of not bogged down with life, but more on the creative, happy, sort of subconscious mind-body connection side with this card. The Wheel of Fortune. So there's a cycle closing out, and we can see that because you're moving away, all right? And a new cycle will come in. This Wheel of Fortune says the new cycle is in your favor, okay? And it's divine timing from the universe. But I feel like this divine timing is aligned with what you have also been looking for, what you've been working on, and you move away from it to start this new cycle. Is this to do with people? Seven of Swords. Deceit, lies. So who are these people that are around you? Is it within your home, you're living with someone and you need to move out, you need to leave? Five of Cups. Are they, you know, keeping you small, keeping you from moving away like you need to, so that you start a new cycle? Are they keeping you within this? They're not aligned with you. Are you? And so your focus is on the people that are keeping you small, and possibly they don't have your best interest for you to elevate and go higher. Maybe this could be unintentional, by the way, but it could also be just they don't want to see you. Maybe there's, you know, anger, upset, jealousy attached to what they they want from you. And your advice is to stay resilient, continue working on what you need to do, and do so. Now with the Magician, I'm also getting you do need to cleanse of these people. Maybe if it is to do with your home, is let go of them. You know, let go of the people around you that are no longer aligned with you, what's right with you. If it's to do with your environment, even if it's like old stuff that you need to let go of that's causing you. So for example, you know, when you're with someone and they get you a present and you've kept that present, but every time you go in the cupboard, you know, it used to be out on the side, but you put it in the cupboard, but still when you go into a certain cupboard you see it. So it's keeping you small, it's keeping you from letting go. And you know, this is telling me you might be feeling alone, you know, but you're not alone. You're not alone at all. You know, there's people around you, so please don't feel this way. And this could also be that, you know, this could also be that you have a bit of abandonment issues and hence you don't want to let go. If you're feeling, some of you are feeling alone. Are some of these people making, you know, have you seen clear anger or abandoned issues from them? The King of Swords, somebody who's very logical, intellectual, and but he's not necessarily the most in touch with his emotions. It is your energy as well. The King of Swords, someone who's logical. You know, you can think, you don't have to be in your emotions about what you need to release, what you need to let go of. And also I think, you know, it's also telling you emotionally, look at this in a logic sense as well, in terms of people that, you know, might be upset and attached to what they want, and you're kind of emotionally attached to that, not seeing it logically. And also that's causing you abandonment issues. I'm also feeling you need to listen to your intuition and your gut. Now with these two cards and Neptune and the astrology, listen to the astrology. This is very strong. You're going to get signs. You are going to get dreams, vivid insights. And with these two cards and potentially this, if you're resonating that there's people around you that could be holding you back, I'd be careful on the manipulative kind of subconscious thoughts they're putting into you, which I said, don't look at it as emotional, think a bit logical here if you're resonating with this reading. If you need to purge people, places, environments, cut that attachment. Get this King of Swords, logic, cut the chains of this attachment and environment, or even the abandonment issues if you've got any. Page of Swords, Knight of Cups, Justice. So let go. And if you get communication that's kind of like from anyone that is, you know, not thought of communication, is a bit immature, I would not take much notice of it. You need to listen to yourself, you need to listen to your logic, you need to listen to the signs you're getting, because there is definitely something coming in that's going to give you the signs. But also when you're listening to your heart, listen to from a clear place, not the abandonment place, not from your past experiences of maybe giving too much to people and forgetting yourself. Justice, balance it out, Libra energy, balance out balance out your logic, your emotion, listen to the subconscious mind. when you listen to the subconscious mind, make sure, like I said, and justice, making that decision that you are balanced in all of them. And look at this, the Ace of Pentacles comes in for you. The stability of where you've moved people away that need to go is restored. You're not alone, and you will get the abundance you need from you know, whether it's to do with work, whether it's to do with home life, whether it's to do with people. Again, I go back to the Magician and High Priestess. There's an element here of being in your mind and body and flow, and a bit disconnected from your day-to-day, which I think you will enjoy if you're not already feeling that energy. Very strong indication of Neptune, Pisces energy as well with the cards. So I hope this resonated as your theme, air signs, and check your latest readings, the elemental readings. Libra is going up, Aquarius will be going up soon, Gemini, yours is already up, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye for now.